Feel free to talk.
Boss, we've done all as you said.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, boss. Everything like you asked. It's in my car, boss.
I'm surprised. You're actually good for something. So, where is it, Brady?
Here, in the trunk.
What the fuck is that? You fat Irish prick. You're supposed to bring me a coat, not a skinny animal kid. Where is LOOT.BET code I asked it for?
Well, he wasn't talking.
Are you out your mind, Brady? Because I swear, I put your brain to sleep. He ain't talking because his fucking mouth is closed.
So, maybe I should open it.
Oh, don't kill me, please. I tell you everything. God is loot, loot. I'm young. I don't wanna die.
Boss, got his loot.
Oh my god, idiot. Fuck, I surrendered by idiots.
Hey, kid. Sorry about that.
And welcome back after a brief break. Me and Sermon, we are returning to guide you through the action of our second semi-final today. And we just witnessed Team Fiend pull apart Entropy in a great three-map affair, that one. It was chock-a-block with rounds, chock-a-block with great plays, but now we must focus our attention on Dignitas VIE versus ENCE to decide who's going to be joining Fiend in that grand final. Sermon, this one should be delivering all the goods of a stellar best of three.
Obviously, I mean, Dignitas, they took down the older ninjas, and Dignitas took down the younger ninjas in the quarterfinals to come here. And ENCE, well, they got rid of Skade, but still the Bulgarian representation is going to be coming through here as we're going to be seeing these two teams duke it out. And yeah, it's definitely going to be a great match going forward here. Of course, a lot of familiar names here, though no familiar name of Alu. He is going to be sitting this one out. Hades is there in his stead, but he's no slouch either. Everyone's spelling his name with an EZ at the end. Certainly an explosive and great opera to watch.
Yeah, for sure. He was stellar yesterday when we watched him against that, as you say, Skade side. He was great and put up a lot of frags for his team. Perhaps an upgrade over Alu. Who knows? But what we do know is that this ENCE side have a chance at the grand final here against Dignitas. It won't be easy. It'll be a big barn burner of a game, but it will certainly be enjoyable. And Dignitas, some legends in there. Forrest and Freiberg. I feel like everybody's got to know Forrest and Freiberg at this point. They've been around for so long, and they're still sort of knocking up tournaments, knocking up games, and putting themselves on the map again with this Dignitas side. And here we have the map Veto. So we have Dignitas still picking into Nuke. We saw them lose that yesterday against the Young Ninjas. Still got confidence on it, Dignitas. They're still gonna try and do battle here against ENCE. But then we've got Train and Inferno with the Decider map. So interesting set of games here. I think Dignitas.
Both teams.
Go on.
Both teams actually getting the pick of their most played map, of course. They're going to be going for comfort picks, as they're not really going to be trying to, outclass their opponents via some kind of, counterplay or anything like that. As, Nuke and Train both look like they're going to be going toward their respective pickers, and it might just all terminate on Inferno, Dan, where I don't know who to give the, upper hand to, but I think Dignitas, depending on if we see that they can frag today, I think Inferno should be theirs most of the time. Certainly the favorites walking in here, even though the HLTV rankings would have you think that these are very closely matched teams. I think Dignitas are looking quite strong.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously you've got Halzerk and Heap as the sort of younger elements of this mostly Swedish lineup. Obviously Halzerk Norwegian, but yeah, they've provided some entertainment for us. They've been pretty strong recently, but for sure, I do think you can always rely on Forrest to give us a fun game as well. He has a beard that just screams success.
And 3 players, in fact, have beards on the Dignitas side. All of them,
Electro.
the ones that are veterans, right?
Yeah.
Well, Lekro, a little bit of a veteran. He was on NIP for a good chunk of time there, and definitely cut his teeth on the pro scene as he's joining his boys here on Dignitas. Let's see if the beardless youngsters of Hauser and Heap can actually deliver today.
Nothing wrong with having no beard.
Of course not. I did opt
the
to
ladies.
go for one myself. You know what? It's not even having the beard. It's when you put the beard oil on afterwards and there's a slight aroma to it. Get all the women.
Well,
I mean, I just get one.
are you
'Cause
rubbing
monogamous
your
relationships and all that.
are you rubbing your beard in people's faces, Sermon?
Well, to my girlfriend, yes, I should hope so.
Oh,
It's a
naughty.
basic affection, then.
We do have the knife round coming up here as a knife for sides. How it works in LOOT.BET.
Would you smell my beard oil in real life, Dan?
No.
Aww. No Kappa pride. No Kappa
Sorry,
pride.
I just don't think we're at that point in our relationship, Sermon. It's been a good old
What
time.
do you
on
mean?
LOOT.BET.
We've done 2 loot bets together. That's like getting married
Well,
in
I'd
casual
say
terms.
1.5 because I mean,
True.
last time I was sort of just a bit more of a stand-in, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I've basically done all the games this time.
Yeah, this time we did pretty much everything with Flakes there, and thankfully I
A
got in
bit
here
with
to the
DK Truman
playoffs.
as well. He was
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
he was also in this.
But I
Good
think I
guy, good
did
guy.
like what 30 out of the 40 days or something like that. Mental.
It's gonna be a big old paycheck coming into you after this one, but first, of course, let's get into it. Pistol round seems to be commencing, Dan.
And we have Dignitas on the CT side, hoping to rack up some early rounds. Freiburg, he'll have himself a defuse kit. Who was that, like, skating around in front of him? Oh, dearie me, the model had a bit of a mare there, but Freiburg over towards ramp is not going to be having much of a mare. 1 kill found. Doto at least on the quick trade does open up that B site. Nice kill from Snappy, catches the rotation, and now the bomb, it can get planted. Forrest trying to chime in with kills of his own. Nice one onto Hades, although he does get dinked down in return by the Glock. But still, 3-on-3 found.
No kid present, though, so the CTs need to actually find the kills. And Forrest is actually getting it done. A triple for him at this point. Just Snappy left alive, and this bomb has 25 seconds left on it. The 10, of course, required for the defuse, but 15 seconds is plenty of time for Halzerk to find this kill. On to Snappy, into control, as Dignitas take control of this half. A great start, 1-0. Especially on the CT side, you don't want to be giving away too many rounds here, Dan.
Yeah, starting off pissed around on CT side. Oh, chef's kiss for Dignitas there. But Forrest. Oh, Jesus.
He even had the opportunity to push in faster, right, and catch Diha before the plant. That would have been a much worse situation for ENCE, and
Yeah.
even with the better situation in their back pocket, they actually couldn't get it done at the end. And now they're forced to force into this one. A Galil, a MAC-10. The rest are going to be on pistols, a couple of Deagles out there, as we see the outside presence coming in from ENCE, but they're going to need some more smokes to make it into Monster without Lekro spotting them out through his scope.
Smokes down, do block it as you say, so they can get down undetected, although Lekro will be calling that to his team and they can make adjustments as they already see a player down with that FAMAS ready to receive them in towards his B site. That is he up on top of the rafters trying to find multiple kills, can only manage the one as Doto's MAC-10 is there for the trade, but once again Forrest opening things up into an advantage for Dignitas. As the bomb's planted, retake required. That nade not going to do much, but the shot from Lepko on the scout certainly is. 4-on-2. This should just be Dignitas rolling over these last 2 players. Diha and Hades, both with 31 points of health. I believe they both got tagged down by the scout, and they're both going to get finished off by whatever remains of this Dignitas side. Freiburg, he's just going to eat himself in there. MP9 in hand, deals with Diha, and, well, team ace for Dignitas. But Forrest.
Teamwork.
Forrest is like one of those weird crushes I have.
Uh-huh.
As
Oh, there it goes
siren.
again.
Yeah, we had this yesterday on Nuke.
That's not from me or from
No.
him, guys. This is just part of the game now.
This is the game we're playing. There's a police siren, some
Calling
knocking at
it
the
back
door.
up. I think I've seen some 5 terrorists coming in to see the Creek nuclear plant. Go check it out, guys.
Got some punch sound effects as well. We've got all the sound effects today, Sermon. Oh dear me. Forrest is just one of those weird crushes though. I feel like he'd be like really comforting. He'd be the big spoon.
Obviously.
And his
With that sort of
neck and his beard would like tickle your back of your neck as he held you close.
exactly. That sort of like masculine Swedish demeanor where he's also just like generally nice and like hygienic and all that stuff. That's just mwah. I would go for him all day, but Lekro's going for the kills, Dan. Dodo and Snappy out, and outside not going too good for ENCE. They were hoping to get it done here on this full buy. Well, I would say full buy, but there's weapons out there, you know. It's not the best situation regardless. As Hades does actually find some kind of an answer to Lekro's reign. Still 2 kills for him, though, and the man advantage squarely in Dignitas' camp.
Just a deagle for Sphinx. Could be finding something from the squeaky door. The Forest around the corner. Might be ready to shut him down. His teammates have gone down towards the B site. Nice shot from Sphinx, though. Just remove Forest. Weapon recovered as well for him. That's the A1S in his hands as ENCE, 20 seconds on the clock, into push in towards this B bomb site. Sphinx still creating presence up towards the upper site, holding the rotations, 14 seconds. But look where there's a CT towards Decon. That's Halzerk, ready to strike. Heaps over by the ramp as well. Could they deny the plan? No, they can't. They're just going to play it safe. Halzerk actually gets caught by Sphinx, dropping into the vents. So 2-on-2 now for this Dignitas side. Retake required and Heap not ready for the close player. Hades takes him down. And ENCE, they will just about seal away the round there. I mean, it was looking pretty dire for them in the mid portion of that.
Of course, the initial 2 frags went the way of Lekro, and sure, he got traded away eventually, but still a man deficit. To come back from that, it requires quite a bit of skill. And, you know, getting the bomb down in 2v2 fashion certainly could have gone the other way still, but, you know, that angle that he took close to the ramp, not expected from the opposition. And that was the round right there. Dignitas going to be trying for another one here. All of their money dispensed into this one. With Freiberg and Heap going to have to settle for pistols instead of the rifles. It's going to be the 5.7 and the Dig showing up in this one, but not that many grenades either. That's why Heap has the pistol. He wanted some extra utility to bring into this one. But the T's, they're taking this one slowly. Waiting for the CTs to run out of util, and also getting a player into secret, which is going to be a great little bonus there for them once they decide to push either which way.
So just holding towards the yard, making sure there's no aggression from Dignitas there. She burns down Freiberg. Opening kill found by the ENCE side as they now look to push in towards this A bomb site. The kills all coming in for the ENCE side. Halzerk, he finds a couple from heaven. That's all he can muster up though, as it's Lekro alone. AWP against 3. As ENCE should tie this game up now. Unlikely he finds anything. Just spot out the head of D here, but not going to be able to land a shot. He's just going to fall away from this, I think.
Almost a team ace coming out. And repeating the successes of Dignitas in the previous rounds as, yeah, those are a far gone memory at this point, Dan. 2 rounds in a row now, friends.
Yeah.
And they're going to be mounting something of a comeback here on the T side. That's where you want to be, finding as many rounds as possible, of course. Not the nuke of old, not as CT-sided as it once was. The meta has had a nice little development here, and Lekro gets a nice little exit frag as well for his troubles. Still worried about T presence, but it's not going to be happening. And the A-bomb site has indeed exploded. There's a B, I'm an A, obviously.
Obviously.
Duh.
AWP saved for Lecro. Just pistols purchased up around the AWP there for Dignitas, as ENCE should be able to build a bit of economy from this round, unless Dignitas finds something incredible. But just straight in towards this A site. Halzerk does save his teammate with one. Freiburg gets another on the Deagle, and Lecro, he was still alive in sight with that AWP. Weird position to be playing with it. A lot of close range angles, and the MAC-10's just rolled him over. Now 2 versus 3. Forrest and Heat, the last two alive. That MAC-10 looking to try and spray down towards Heaven. Does have Doto come in for assistance to finish that kill off, but now it's just Forrest 1 versus 2. 1 versus 3, rather. Makes it a 1 versus 2. Makes it a 1 versus 1, and almost the final shot as well. Ooh, Forrest. He still has the aim.
Yep. The real tragedy of that round, though, Dan, there was Heap in Heaven. He wasted so many opportunities to find a kill. If only he found one, it would have given Forrest plenty of maneuverability here to work with. That one guy toward Vent wouldn't be there. Or rather, he would have to relocate toward the site where Forrest could kill him much easier. As, yeah, he drops the ball a little bit, but Forrest, using the power of his beard and the many of the years that he's been playing the game, does his best to try and get it into winning position, but falters right at the end. However, still good economic damage done toward the ENCE, right? I mean, especially given the amount of money they sank into that one, I think they're going to be quite happy. But a little bit sad, of course, that they didn't get the win in the end. Still, though, 4 kills, not that bad. And we'll be seeing the T's aggressing here toward the sights of Lecro. Ready with the Deagle, has to reposition and call for backup. That's only 2 players here. The rest, with the bomb included, are still in lobby. And how did the T's actually plan to make this one work? Is it going to be a B split via ramp?
Shot from Lecro. Does eliminate whatever opportunity ENCE thought they had there. Been kill found, and now what can ENCE do to fight on back? Because obviously Dignitas, just with unarmored pistols, you don't really want to be losing more than a couple players in a round like this. But Doto, as he pushes in towards the site, Molotov towards Heaven, nading that site as well, should deal a bit of damage onto Halzerk. Freiburg, he can't find anything. The kills rolling in for ENCE, and they should just be able to muster up a 4th from this as well.
Well, so much for Dignitas.
Yeah.
They only find 1 so far. Still looking for another exit. Perhaps they can get it done. I would love to find 2 kills here, but, you know, they're not really making any proactive steps to doing so. Lecro is, like, repositioning, but it's still going to be Heap. Really kind of stationary here toward the radio room, hoping that they're going to be exiting out of lobby as his hopes come true, but that was one cursed monkey paw kind of a wish come true there. Gets deleted straight after. And it's going to be the 7th round here, commencing with ENCE in the lead by 2 points, Dan. Now, Dignitas, they have the rifles to work with, so let's see if they can make him get a couple of rounds in. Although, only 1 kid on Halzerk does make it a bit dicey if the bomb actually gets planted.
Dignitas needs to start racking up rounds, and Halzerk! Halzerk! He's just gonna burn in the flames. Molotov's caked the A-bomb site. An opening kill found, and ENCE didn't really have to do anything for it. Forrest now has to try and hold his ground, but all he can muster up is a single frag, as it's a man advantage for ENCE. And again, Dignitas struggle to get these opening picks going their way. They just can't fight back. 2 versus 3, bomb planted. There's just no way. It's over. 5 on the board for ENCE.
Easy for ENCE, one would say. Certainly having been putting up the resistance here in this one, especially with those last 2 kills. Those bodies that are just stacking on top of each other in main. And that's going to be a 6th round in the back pocket of ENCE, I think. I mean, Dignitas, sure, the Deegs and Dignitas might come through. Heap's certainly going to try and get a couple of kills here as the T's are kind of preoccupied with lobby control at the moment. If DCTs from A can make enough noise, Heap should be having an entry here. He dodges a couple of bullets, but then falls immediately after. However, Forrest makes up for it, gets a kill of his own as Electro kill comes through, but Halzerk is the last man left standing in a 1 versus 3 now. Definitely going to be looking for at least one more kill to make this the majority of the ENCE side dead. Let's see if he can get it onto Snappy. Nope, snaps to his head fast as you like. Halzerk down. It ends with the 6th, as predicted, but man, Dignitas really do need to start collecting some rounds here on these full buys. The next one's coming through, and if it doesn't actually connect, ENCE are going to be on the 7th, make that an 8th. Just terrible sights here for the Swedes.
I mean, the thing is, we saw Dignitas yesterday against the Young Ninjas dropping nukes to them. So it was nice to see, obviously, Dignitas picking nuke still here. Obviously, they've got confidence on it, but maybe it would have been wise to think, okay, why did we lose the nuke? Because it feels like we're getting a bit of a repeat of that situation now. And this is the Dignitas map pick, so ENCE finding 6 rounds here already, and then looking for even more in this first half is not fun. Dignitas need to turn something up, they need to switch something up here, because so far the only rounds they've won with a pistol and the follow-up. Doto just eats himself down from the top of the roof there, takes 30 HP off himself. That's
Why not? For good luck, you know.
Handicap yourself, why not?
Make it a fair fight, because at this point, Dignitas do need a bit of a handicap in their favor. Still, though, everyone alive in this round, the 9th on its way with a minute remaining on the clock. It's going to be interesting to see what these T's plan to do, but with Snappy going on the roof, I assume he's going to be dispensing of some of his utility. It is just going to be a couple of flashes, perhaps to rein in as this A-take will commence. 4 players ready to execute as the flashes do indeed come in. Neither of them really connecting onto Freiburg. He's still going to have clear vision as to what's going on. Heap gets the kills as well. That's just going to be Spinks left in a 1 versus 2. The bomb's down and the Molotov gets it into a bit of an awkward situation, but if he spots out the player in heaven, he might just have this. Halzerk not going to be baited into going aggressive, however. Stays back, uses his smoke. Yeah, I'm in heaven. What are you going to do about it, Spinks? Plant the bomb? We'll get ready to get sprayed down by Freiburg, but it doesn't really connect that hard. Still, 25 HP to his name. Not that much to work with. And there we go. Freiburg gets 3 kills and also a defuse at the end for good measure. Heap with a nice double to help him out with that B defense. I mean, A defense, of course. And finally, Dignitas showing signs of life. That was a nice attempt there from ENCE, but the flashes that they threw out of roof actually just didn't connect, unfortunately. That was a bit of an oopsie out of their end. But don't worry, Dan.
Don't worry.
Dignitas are back into this. They can still get some rounds on their more favorite side on their own map pick. Being 3 rounds behind, definitely a bad start, but let's see if they can defend B here. Nice little trade does occur as Snappy picks up Lekro in a 4 versus 4 situation. Now the bomb should get planted, but where's the T's helping out with the plant? They're all over the place, Dan.
And again, this like Dignitas, they win out the previous round, but now it's just all falling apart for them in the follow-up. ENCE, they'll find 7. Dignitas just have to save this up, Halzerk. I mean, this is a pretty dismal CT half so far. Unless they can find some miracle cure, could be seeing ENCE very quickly closing this one down.
Certainly could. As to get a 7th, man, that's just setting themselves up to have such a huge lead on T side. Of course, they haven't gotten the majority of the rounds yet in this half, but they're 1 away from doing so. And already getting 7 is plenty enough to make a T side work, a CT side work, of course. And if Dignitas don't get this one done, I think ENCE on their most played map of Train definitely got have a good chance of taking this one 2-0. We'll see if that happens, though. Dignitas, plenty of money saved up for the next, but not to spend in this one, I'm afraid. Deagles and an op are out. Meanwhile, what is out of... Oh my gosh, no, you're slashing your old teammate there. Bad touch, bad touch. As the T's finally make it down into the vents, battered and bruised and worse for wear, as, well, Dodo falls to the Deagle of Lekro. How they're going to be playing the rest of this one out. Spinks wisely sticks around for the kill onto Freiberg, who was probably looking for a weapon on the floor. Oh no, wait, Dodo didn't die there, so... Just going to be defending the guy in vents, as, yeah, with 3 versus 3 now, with plenty of sort of presence there toward the B-bomb site. Can't say the same for the CTs, only Heap is close to going on B. And he still has to drop down from ramp. That's plenty of time for ENCE to get a bomb plant here. But when does the penny drop for the CTs that they need to go down to B? I mean, it's been a while. Okay, Hades.
That's reasonable.
Like, I wasn't entirely sure what to make of his position, given that the CTs could make their way on to B in time, but they just aggress toward Hades, and he just takes care of both of them. Like, okay. Easy for Hades.
Oh, dearie me.
Really heartbreaking, though, that they're getting the entries, it seems. I mean, obviously, this graphic isn't exactly correct, because... No, wait, 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1? No, that's not even counting all the rounds here. But either way, I mean, Dignitas are ahead in opening frags.
Lekro has 4
ENCE
entries himself. Or
they keep making it work, though. Like, how do ENCE keep coming back from those kinds of disadvantageous positions, Dan?
I mean, Hades and Spinks, they both have 10 kills right now, which obviously helps out massively. Heap's having a bit of a mare, 4 kills for him on that Dignitas side. Not really what you want, but this is, yeah, 5 rounds down for Dignitas. This isn't the game over yet, but they need to start finding rounds now. If you allow an ENCE to get like up to 10 on the T side of Nuke, you're really not going to be in for a good ride.
Right then, round number 12. Gonna be trying to push toward ramp here, as there is only one player holding, not even anyone close to hell to help him out, give him a helping hand. He needs no such things, gets the entry, but still they're out. And Spinks, he does find his angle, eventually getting Heap down. Dodo with a kill of his own is gonna leave the CTs short-handed by 2 men now. Dodo with a second. That was toward the outside, and Forrest actually answers back onto Dodo, but is it too late, perhaps? A 2 versus 3 now. The push toward A is commencing, with the CTs ready to just pounce on in, but Snappy's in a good position to hold back, well, both angles, really. He just finds the kill onto Forrest, and, well, the good luck exiting main when there's a guy at T-Vent.
Lekro alone, 1 versus 3. Nothing he can really do about this one. Got Hades pushing him from the yards. Player on top of the silo. Spinks is the one that finishes him off. So 9 for ENCE, and yeah, I mean, are we gonna be seeing? We're gonna be seeing ENCE closing this game out in 2, like 2 maps.
I mean, definitely possible. I don't think Dignitas really have what it takes to take down ENCE on Train. It's certainly like a good map for the international squad. And I was really hoping to see like a bit of a blowout here from Dignitas, even getting the start on the CT side and getting the pistol round as well, you know, things are looking up. And then ENCE just come in there with their own like theme song blasting. Those police sirens certainly didn't help him out. Dignitas didn't. Looks like backup never arrived, as they just have Deagles in this one. Quite a bit of money to work with in the next, but the half-buy should be finding some kills onto ENCE at least. At this point, they don't really want the kills, though. They need rounds. And Forrest tries to secure one for them, but falls immediately, as Freiburg is the only one successful to shut down some T's onto this A-bomb site, but it's not going to be enough. 4 players on it already, as outside even has presence there. Diha, oh my gosh, finally goes down, but it's still Heap left alive in a 1 versus 3. And their money's so far ahead at this point, like, even the kills don't matter at this stage, do they?
No, I mean, ENCE, you can see, like, snappy 10k. Okay, nice kill onto Sphinx here for Heap, I guess. It means they have 3 kills in this round, Dignitas, but even still, as you say, there's, like, so much cash. 3 players, about 9k or more. D has 7.5, Doto 5.5k. That's before you get this win money coming in as well for ENCE, as they now find 10 on the board.
So, minus Alu plus Hades?
Let's not get it carried away, eh? I mean, Dignitas... Yeah, this might be a bit of a map that they might need to remove from their pool very soon, because a loss against Dignitas yesterday, a loss here against ENCE potentially.
Which means they've been pracking it, but obviously not finding that kind of success, right? Even against weaker opposition, it's definitely something you'd be looking forward to, as the A push does come in. And once again, easy as they like, just a casual stroll onto the A bomb site. Getting the bomb down even with a man advantage. Dignitas, they can't stop it, Dan. Every time ENCE attempts this, they're just exploiting the weakness over and over and over again.
Don't really know what to say. ENCE just walk into the A site, oh, right into the A site rather, with some flashbangs and just kill everybody. What can you do if you're Dignitas? Well, preferably
Throw
shoot them
down
in the
some
heads,
balls.
but yeah.
Shoot him in the head, yeah. That works. That's Old Faithful there.
Yeah.
That's a classic. And this is certainly not a classic scoreline. I mean, 11-3 for the terrorist side on Nuke. One more chance for Dignitas, and they're not going to have much money to make it work. 4th round, definitely desired, but not achievable. As there's so much money in the ENCE camp, it's not even funny. Those 3 kills help absolutely nada. And there you go, Freiburg spicing it up. Gets an auto shotgun, Dan. Not been having the best game of his life.
If this is the magic formula for Dignitas, it's come a little bit late.
It's that nip magic, man. Nip magic coming online. This auto shotgun's gonna find like 5 kills, you'll see. Well, I was hoping he would walk into the hut there, but maybe it's advisable that he didn't. The push toward ramp, however, it's going to be continuing, but Heap's ready for it. The smoke might just force the T's on back, but with a minute 30 left on the clock, I assume this isn't the last we'll be seeing out of the ramp presence. A few casual sprays down into lobby, as they will be reaggressing soon, and now it's not just Lecro that's on ramp, it's also going to be, well no, Heap and Halzerk, the H brothers, the non-ninjas, aggressing back and seeing that there's that it's clear. He's going to be losing his backup now, so if the T's decide to go toward ramp at this point, they're going to find only 1 player. The patience game should play out, but I don't think they're interested anymore, Dan.
And I mean, what can you really do if you take this as at this point? It's very sad. Lecro tries his best to open up the vents, but Doto's waiting for him, and now it's a Teep. 1 versus 5, and it's a clean round to close out the half for ENCE, 12-3, and Dignitas, just remember as well, Dignitas won the pistol round, and, and the conversion.
Oh my god. It's not been going good, Dan. Beard power definitely not showing up today.
No, it started off strong. Get a little bit of a rewind there of the player going back up the ladder. Reverse dying.
That's the maneuver that movement tutorials don't want you to know about.
Yeah.
You can just go up the ladder like legs first. That even sounds like something that would happen in the Source engine, right? Because it's so full of like these weird sort of rules. Just use your legs first, and that gives you like an extra vector to work with, and then you go up the ladder 1.5 times faster.
I mean, there's that thing with like going up with pressing W and like D at the same time.
Yeah, no one really knows that trick, and I'm so shocked that they don't. Like, a lot of the times when I get into, like, evenly matched people on face... Like, level 7 face-it people, like, don't know this. And I'm so, like, bewildered that they don't know the mechanics of the game to that extent. Then again, some of them don't know how to smoke CT on Inferno Banana, so what do I know, right? Might be overrating today's players. Maybe all the good ones are in level 10 and I'm just like stuck behind with the weirdos, you know?
I mean, aren't we all weirdos, really? No, nobody's the same as each other.
Then again, yeah, I thought you were going to go with the angle that we're watching competitive video games.
No,
And
I'm just saying everybody's individual.
Of course, that's also an approach. And Dignitas, their approach is going to be toward ramp. There is, of course, the dualies, the pistol arrows on Dodo, so looking forward to seeing how that one is going to come into play. As Heap, well, he's not wanting to go B here, Dan. He's finding the entries toward Hell, and now they have free reign over the A bomb site, and the B defenders, well, they know something's up. What's up is Forest's kill count to add 2 to the pile, as the dualies will just be left on the floor, Dan. Sad. Not picked up by Forest.
Nice kill from Spinks, but that's a round secured by Dignitas. So, 2 pistol rounds won. Are they going to be able to convert this one? I mean, they converted the first one.
Yeah.
But...
So the conversion can definitely happen here, but what kind of a comeback are you looking for at that point, you know? ENCE, they basically just won every single round except for one where they got, you know, just clutched on, right? A 2 versus 1 was very nice. But I don't see Dignitas having that kind of a commanding presence here. Hopefully, since they've been pracking this map, obviously, most of their prac time has been spent catering to the T side. Let's see what all of those practice hours have amounted to. For now, control over Secret as the bomb will be sneaking its way forward toward the rest of the pack. And, well, they're going to be continuing their push, I suppose, but I don't know toward where. Certainly looks like they're set up for B, but now they're still outside, looking toward main, perhaps. Lekro does find the entrance. Some extra money for him as well, but still 4 CTs remaining at ENCE. They're not budging. They're putting a guy in Hell and a guy on Rafters A, but the majority of the A stack, it's still there. They're not even scared about the potential of B at this moment.
Shot by Forest. Does remove Hades. Still needs a lot more than this for the Dignitas V side. Obviously, just against the pistols in this one, they'll have themselves an anti-eco afterwards. But this one should be going their way. Such an... ENCE on 12 rounds, though.
Yeah.
Feels just like... There's so much that can go wrong for the Dignitas side if they want to try and make this comeback work. Especially on the T side. ENCE, if they just get some spray downs through smokes, like on like a event push, something like that, just to rail around, and then that could ruin your economy. And ENCE are on 14 before you really know it. And it's just like you have so little margin for error here. But the pistol round obviously helps out.
That's the price you pay for having such an abominable half, right? The fair chances were when the game began. As soon as some of those chances were squandered, now you have to make up for it with much harder plays, much more sort of high pressure situations that you're going to be facing. As Dignitas do, of course, win this one out, and they're going to be continuing their reign here with Lecro staying on the Mac 10, not even going to be like upgrading, which usually is the right play. But what if you're behind on rounds and every single one of them counts? I think at that point you do forego the Mac 10.
Maybe. I mean, I'd use it in this round, obviously. Just because you've got this sort of weird buy for ENCE here where you've got like a few Deagles purchased up at the Scout for Hades. But yeah, maybe when the guns come out for the ENCE side, you maybe drop the Mac 10 if it's not getting removed either way by the ENCE side. If it gets carried into the next round, basically, I'd be switching it out. But see what they decide to do here. They first have to deal with this round that's laid out ahead of them. Doto towards main, has Forest right above him. Nice shot by Forest there. Does remove Hades. The head caves in. Lecro spotting out a player as well further back, who's going to quickly try and run as quickly as he can to safety over by Hell. That Molotov. I mean, Dota would have been fine where he was, but he actually decides to pull back through the Molotov and regroup with his teammates.
Yeah, bit of a panic jump, you know. He couldn't do the calculation necessary to predict the Molotov, and well, there Lecro finds a free kill. Dika gave his position away a little bit too soon, and looking like a round where Dignitas actually keep everyone alive. Of course, after I say that, Snappy finds one, but one lonely kill is gonna be a far cry from Dignitas crying about their economy. At this point, they are booming. They're going to continue to keep those Galils in the fight, I think, because there is a free upgrade to the M4s in the next coming for those two players. And even, you know, if their teammates die, switch it out to the AK-47, no problem. But they're going to be going into this one without an AWP, so no ballsy outside peeks today. As the ENCE will be putting their own AWP on Hades, and that's going to be going toward ramp instead of outside. Probably wise. Snappy already set up, of course, for them to come down secret, and that's something they're going to have to deal with later. For now, Dika, the one sort of player that's going to give them trouble going forward in this outside setup.
Nice shot from Dika. Opens things up for ENCE. Lecro looking to try and make his way down at secret, but Snappy's here waiting for them. M4 in hand, looking for the kills. Good first shot. He's even going to get a second as well before Forest can finally trade him out. 2 versus 4 for the Dignitas side, and they are split. Heap, he's over towards ramp, and now his teammate has even been lost to the AWP of Hades. 1 versus 4. Heaps of frags in front of him, but how many can he collect? 50 seconds on a clock. Bomb is firmly in CT control as well.
Yeah, Heap with a couple of kills would be very good here, but that first opportunity has already gone away. He's got about 30 seconds to either get a kills or die. Looks like he'll be choosing to open up the doors, which certainly opens up both options, and there you go. Those were the 2 kills I was talking about.
No.
Makes it 1 versus 2. No, okay. What? Heap gets the kill in the end. That's a 4K from him and a 1 versus 4, Dan. How does Heap get that one done?
They just fed him the frags.
Oh,
The first 2 you could sort of assume here. That's a very nice shot onto Doto, but Spinks and Dia just offer themselves up to the god. I mean, yeah, you've got Hades in the server, but step aside some, because there's a new god here to play, and it is Heap. Dignitas, they find a 7th, and they are going to be giving him a big old pat on the back for that one.
virtually, of course. I don't think they're in the same room right now. Still, though, fantastic round here, and how do Dignitas, I mean, how do ENCE like answer that back? I mean, having the commanding performance they had on the first one just kind of gets all nullified by one good performance. It should keep the Dignitas spirits quite high. As Diha does find the initial kill, and that's going to be a bit of an advantage for ENCE in this one at least.
Surely this is not the round you lose now. Dignitas, thankfully, Freiburg and Letcrow pick up a couple frags. That does bring things back into their advantage, especially with the superior weaponry. Thinks though still finding damage on top of the hood. He gets a second shot as well. Oh dear, lots of damage done by ENCE, but it's an 8 for Dignitas.
They're going to be happy about it. The plenty of money already in the bank means that this economic damage is not really as impactful as it would have been a couple of rounds ago. They can really redistribute the money as they like, and they're going to be pushing on forward here. Trucking along. 21st round. Only 4 left before you can equalize the situation. ENCE, you got a chance to do it here, but if you lose it, Dignitas find themselves a 10th. And at that point, your lead is but a distant memory.
Sermon, can they do this, Dignitas? I mean, you say 4 rounds behind. That's 2 rounds, I guess, against the full guns that you need to deal with, along with a couple eco rounds that you just have to dispatch of cleanly. But Hades with the AWP, he should be on for a kill here. That flash not going to touch him, can only leg up Letcrow. As the Swede pushes in a little bit closer, closing the gap to this AWPer of the CT side.
And what are they really going for here? I guess it's going to be an A-take in the long run, so Hades needs to prevent them from getting into heaven. That's going to be one already making the climb, as Hades, oxymoronically of course, is stuck in hell.
Yeah, but he's been able to scoot his way out of there. Rejoins with Snappy a little bit closer towards ramp room. As ENCE, they're taking control towards Secret. They've taken a very proactive choice in this round to try and close down this Dignitas offense before they can get too far ahead of things. And I think the Secret push was actually spotted by Dignitas towards the yard there. So Doto and Diha just back away. Now Dignitas. That's at least, I think, 2 players spotted out there. You know that Hades was open towards hell. So surely you sort of assume that this A site is going to be pretty undefended. Now a ramp push from the CTs as well. As Freiburg pushes out through heaven. They just crunch in towards the A site, and ENCE can't really do much about it. Snappy trying to find damage from Squeaky Door. Will get the first. Doto yeets himself up the ladder, finds another kill and brings it into the advantage for this ENCE side. But Halzerk, he's still trying to do as much as he can as that nade comes coming and crashing in to finish him off. And Hades with 7 HP. Will be the deciding factor in the round as he closes it down. ENCE, they find 13, finally getting their first on this CT side, but Dignitas have so much cash to play with, Sermon.
They do, but ENCE, this is a heartbreaking round here for Dignitas, of course. Such a good advantage going into that site take, right? It was a 4 versus 2, if I remember correctly, but fast as you like, those CTs answer back, and then suddenly it's the low HP players that have to hold on to that bomb site from not exactly the best positions. So, yeah, the sort of clutch scenario does come through, and the low HP player is all that's left to defuse the bomb. Let's see what this 22nd round brings. This first map's already been a banger. Let's see if it keeps delivering. Hades with the initial kill, of course. On to Halzerk. Who else? The rest of the T's, they can still push through the smoke, get themselves into vents if they want. Not sure what they're going to be doing with that position, of course, since Lecrow's already dead. And all of the Dignitas players are following suit. Not off to the best of starts, and Hades was already in the vents, ready for Freiburg as he falls on down. A no-scope headshot as well, just to really make it sting.
And that sucks, because now Dignitas, one final buy for them. With what little cash they have left, they can go for the 5 AKs. Limited utility for Forest Letcrow Heap. They don't have much. It's 5 smokes at least. 4 flashbangs, a single HE. That's what you have to work with now to deny ENCE getting to 15. And if they get to ENCE, if ENCE get to 15 here, Sermon, it's going to be a horrible buy for the Dignitas side as well. Excuse me. And look at Diha, gone aggressive towards the yard. Letcrow, he partially checks for him, doesn't commit to it, and Diha gets away with a frag there, but can't stay alive for much longer than that. Forest just sprams him down with the AK-47, but a little bit of a duel towards Hades. That one isn't going to work out for you, Forest. The AWP will win that bout, and now 3v4, ENCE with the advantage. Look how far back Hades is going to be playing with this AWP now, all the way back in CT spawn. He'd be forgiven for thinking he's trying to save that weapon.
But it is actually just a very good position for him. If anyone goes up into heaven, he spots them out going up that ladder. And of course, if they want to go from the outside, well, the balcony area is going to be even more exposed. As Freiburg is expecting it, pokes his head out. The whack-a-mole game won by Hades. He's going to be collecting all the tickets there at the prize section of the arcade. But Halzerk, now he knows where he is, and he can go for the peak much more confidently than his predecessor. But Hades is playing it passive now. He's not even defending heaven anymore. He knows his presence does that enough, and there you go. Halzerk as well. Bit of a bigger whack-a-mole jump there, but still gets it done. Hades does. 3 kills for him in this one. And Heap, you fancy another 1v4, buddy? I didn't think so. Snappy gets him.
Yeah, that 1v4 was a bit of a dime a dozen of a round, as now loop that ad. Forgot that ad was coming. But Dignitas, look at what they've got. Or what they don't have, really. To be more precise, because it's 3 Deagles, a couple Tech 9s is all you have to work with. Yeah, a fair share of utility, but ENCE should have this one locked down. This is going to have to be a monumental effort from Dignitas to stay alive on their own map. Pick and Snappy.
Oh, no.
He's already found a triple kill towards the ramp. It's already over. It's Forest, and now just Freiburg, hoping that they can find something from this one. 1 versus 4. Not going to go Freiburg's way. Be a legend all you want, but you'll still get taken down on nuke. 16-8 for ENCE, and Dignitas now have a lot of work out for them on the second map here.
Potato per belt, potato per belt. Congratulations, ENCE. You did it. Map 1's yours. We'll see what their own map pick of train delivers next, Dan. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
Feel free to talk.
Boss, we've done all as you said.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, boss. Everything like you asked. It's in my car, boss.
I'm surprised. You're actually good for something.
So, where is it, Brady?
Here, in the trunk.
What the fuck is that? You fat Irish prick. You're supposed to bring me a coat, not a skinny animal kid. Where is LOOT.BET code I asked it for?
Well, he wasn't talking.
Are you out your mind, Brady? Because I swear, I put your brain to sleep. He ain't talking because his fucking mouth is closed.
So, maybe I should open it.
Oh, don't kill me, please. I tell you everything. Code is loot, loot. I'm young. I don't wanna die.
Boss, code is loot.
Oh my god, idiot. Fuck, I surrendered by idiots.
Hey, kid. Sorry about that.